Hi, everyone. Welcome to Zentasia's Spirit Chat. I would have been on earlier, except Ellie was running late, so no.
I was gonna be because I was doing an event over in near Dover, and
Uh-huh.
so if that event had been just a bit busier, I would not have been made it back at all. So
But
not in
thankfully,
time anyway.
I don't know. I got lost on what day it was. I didn't know what day it was, and I thought Ellie was contacting me about our Patreon
Patreon.
Insiders Club private chat, which isn't until next week, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. So, but we'll be back on next week at 7 p.m. on time. Tonight's topic is spirit guides and guardian angels. And you and I have both fired our little posse of them after a lot of shit's gone down. And it makes me wonder, once you or me fire our guardian angels or spirit guides and ask for new ones, makes me wonder if that actually does happen, or if they're just laughing at us saying, "Ha ha ha, good
I've
one."
heard him. I've heard my guys going, here she goes again. All right, that's right. And then by the
It'll
after,
be all right,
can we come back now?
right?
Because my guide is my dad, and I've actually say to my dad, because this isn't taken lightly. This isn't like just you didn't give me contact with spirit when I've asked for it, and I was left kind of dangling, and that sort of thing. None of that. It's more to do with you've asked time and time again for help, and there has been none.
Yep.
And that's not just once, twice. This is continual. Because I think every now and again, your spirit guides, they need to have more training.
I agree.
They need to have
100%.
in whatever was going on. And so sometimes that's when you have to say, hey guys, please help. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kind of, get further in, get more help. So
I guarantee other people have been in this position where it's like, where are you? Where's my help? Why? And then the typical answer will be, oh, well, there was something you needed to learn. There was a lesson that still had to be learned from this experience and stuff like that. But
no, I do get that. But when you are financially up against the wall and it just keeps going on and on and on, and you're doing your affirmations, you're doing you're doing all the things to do the right thing, and it's like wham, wham, wham. And then you get psychic attacks as well at the same time. You're like going, you lot, you're not doing your job, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. And I had to say, Dad, I respect you very much. You're my dad. I love you. I'm not going to be talking to you as my dad right now. I'm talking to you as we're a team. We're having a team meeting. I usually give a warning. I've done that before. We've given a warning. Just say, going to have to ask for some other help if you lot don't sort it out. And yeah, they don't know it all. They're there on their learning path as well.
So. Yeah, and it's got to be hard. We take a lot of things for granted. But once you cross over to the other side, let's say that part of our training to move into the fifth dimension or beyond is that we have to be a spirit guide or a guardian angel to someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a training class for that? And once you're over there, time doesn't exist. You forget what a day is like because you don't sleep. There is no time. It's not like the sun rises and sets and tells you what day it is. It's every day is sunny. Every day is the same day. There is no time. So how do you understand from a spirit guide or a guardian angel's perspective time or urgency?
Yeah. Hey Vera, I see Vera down there. Hello.
Oh, I didn't see that. I've got the screen minimized. Yeah, there we go.
Ah,
Yeah, sorry about that. You can let people
hey.
in too. That's okay. Hi, Vera.
Hi. And I totally get you on that.
Yeah,
The financial side.
yeah. It's not an easy decision, but it can be temporary, and that's why I said. And my dad, he's still my spirit guide. He goes away and goes, oh, she goes again, and then comes back. And I bet you my other team does as well, But I do think that every now and again they do need to go up, have some lessons. Okay. We're fighting an enemy that we've never fought before. These entities that are coming through now are very cunning, very clever. They're not more powerful than we are, and that's what we have to keep understanding. But every now and again, we get in our head, I do need help, do need backup. We probably don't. We can do it ourselves. But that's what our team's for.
The thing is, though, I was there. I witnessed the kinetic energy that your father has when he lifted himself up on this picture on the wall, brought himself like 7 feet into the dining room to be with us who were sitting in the adjacent living room.
Yeah.
I know his power. I know his energy. So if he can conjure up that kind of kinetic energy, create some other miracles. Come on, let's see it.
He has, and law of attraction has worked with me amazingly so recently. Just yeah.
And
so
with me,
I know that they're working.
There are things lined up, and I have to practice patience. Apparently,
that's the thing, isn't it?
I think a lot of us do.
If it's something big, you have to learn patience. If it's something small, they can do it by the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm really good at is patience. I got a ton of it.
You have to have with me, love.
That's not true.
Sometimes you have to take a deep breath. Like, I gotta have patience.
All you need is a little patience. I gotta grab some water. Be right back.
Yeah. So how are you doing, Vera? How are you?
Cool. I'm getting on top of that little 3-color, very smart ass. And in your readings, every single time it came out, the dog you're gonna get, is gonna be a handful.
Yeah, you're Marley, bless you.
He is. Because if he doesn't get his way, oh, yeah, I got itchy ears. Oh, my toes are itchy. All these are itchy.
Yeah.
How do you contact spirit guides and art guardian angels? Let's put it out there as a question. And everyone in the chat, how do you guys do it? And if you want to come on in and talk with us, come on in. I put the link in the chat. I'll put it up there again.
And I shared it.
Thank you. But how do you guys? Do you just call out? Do you address them specifically, or?
I don't even have to call them. They are there all the time.
They should be. They should be 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
But if you needed something, would you be? Because a lot of people say that you have to specifically ask because they can't do shit on their own volition.
Well, we all need permission. Say if you want to send someone energy to heal, they need to give permission. And I think your spirit guide's waiting for your permission. And if they keep lacking, and Ellie knows, I was so fed up. I literally hit my fist on it. I am done. I deserve.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when things started to change.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it's making that declaration then. is what you're saying. You have to actually make that declaration to say, hey, because they might just be sitting back going, everything's fine. No, everything's not fine.
No.
I need help.
Because, and you know what it is, Greg. It's really difficult to ask for help.
For
and
anything.
that help does not have to come from an actual person. Because if I wait for an actual person to help me out on things, I'll be sitting on the same spot in 2 years' time.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Apart from me, I've helped.
Yeah, but next to me, in this area where I
I
live,
know what you mean.
it's difficult.
Physical. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand.
And thankfully, with Marley, I get all the help I need because he needs it. But I did ask.
My love, could you send me the link? Sorry, Vera. Can you send me the link? Because I don't know how to copy it on the chat. It won't let me copy it on the chat.
No,
I need the link to put on my Facebook page.
It's in the private chat.
Yeah.
I put it in there. You can copy it from there.
Private.
Yeah. And just real quick, I want to give a shout out to everyone that's joining us. Hi to Claudette. She was the first one in. And Shannon, Elsie. Hi, everyone. Barbara. And Lori's joining us on Facebook. And this is kind of nice because the way I was doing it beforehand, I was just doing it on Zoom and we were only reaching YouTube. But with StreamYard, we reach YouTube and Facebook. Hi to Stephanie, who says, caught you live. Love it. Divine timing. I was thinking of both of you earlier and have a lot to update you two on. Okay. All right. Maybe we can get a little group chat going between the three of us, right?
Yeah, and the way I've read it,
yep,
StreamYard can handle only 10 on-screen participants, which means there can be more in the waiting room.
Yeah, and I was wondering about that. Thank you for bringing that up, Vera. Because
so I got an idea. The way I've read
time limit on it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it's about on screen.
Right. Yeah. No, thank you for bringing that up. Hi to Jeannie and to Barbara. I think I've had at least one walk-in. I'd like to talk about that too, because I think that like when you're going through a situation like what Allie and I did, saying, hey, you guys are all fired, maybe that's when walk-ins come in as well, to give you that spiritual upgrade, to allow you to bring in more energy than what you were bringing beforehand. Let me see. Is that everyone? Did I catch everyone?
Yeah. I've got to
make a reading with Allie. Important things to tell.
I've just got to add something.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry. There was a delay there because I was on a different screen and it jolted the thing. So I'll wait until you've done these and then I'll say what I want to say.
I'm almost done. Hi to Shannon and someone's just, I think, fucking with us. Hi, I picked a card. What suit and number did I pick? I don't know.
Spade.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you tell us, and then what your point is?
Spade.
And hi to Paula. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead, my love.
I need to make it clear though, when you do ask, you fire your guides, you need to make sure you're protected and never fire your doorkeeper. Your doorkeeper is your main person. The doorkeeper is your bouncer. You may not know that it is called a doorkeeper. Okay. But imagine when you decide, or you recognize your spiritual strength, you decide whether or not you're going to go down the light pathway or the dark pathway, and it's up to you. Your guides won't stop you. Your guides, you're free to use to experience this life the way that you want to experience it. So if you want to go right down the bad route, you can, and your doorkeeper will allow that in. But if you have that love in your heart and that you know that that's not your path. You know that you only want to work with the light side. You only want to, they'll know because it's an intention. If you intend to work with the dark, then it's an intention that they know. So your doorkeeper automatically works with you on that. When you have excessive alcohol or you have drugs, imagine your doorkeeper drunk as well. Your doorkeeper can sometimes allow things in that shouldn't be allowed in. So, you have to put up double protection if you're going to do that. Just put up double protection, and be aware. Just be aware. The next day wouldn't be a good idea just to cleanse your aura. Cleansing your aura, white light coming down, and spin it around. Spin that energy around your aura, and it literally sucks out anything negative from you. Because it's like, so what I'm saying is it's really important. If you're going to sack your team, you're vulnerable for a little bit. Okay, you're vulnerable. So you need to say, I need you to replace, I need you to bring in some other guides. Don't just say you're sacked, just that I want some other guides, and then I'm going to sack the others. So, make sure there's a transition. It's got to be done right.
In the chat, I wrote that I have a dork keeper.
I knew he was doing that. I'm not listening.
Come on.
Because he did that look. I know you so well.
That look.
I got a feeling that I got and a doorkeeper and a gatekeeper. Double protection. Because I keep saying, doorkeeper, no, or gatekeeper, keep them away. If I don't, there's a difference.
Oh, there I am. It's dark.
Hey, Chris.
I'm dark.
Why is it so dark there?
Just because how I'm sitting, I guess. Let's see.
Let there be light.
Well,
yeah, the lamp shines in the camera. The light shines more in the camera.
That's it. We see you now.
That's better.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
on my glasses. I can't say I've ever been on Streamyard before.
Until now. Yeah. So what's your experience with spirit guides, guardian angels?
Me?
Yeah. That's why you came on here, right?
Oh, I don't know why I'm here. I got the message thing. I'm on now, she said.
Do you contact them at all? Do you?
I do a lot of automatic writing.
Uh-huh.
With angels and like my higher soul. I've always believed in angels. I don't know why they don't show themselves to me. Since I was
might know
little.
the ways though through feathers or.
Yeah, I get white feathers, not
whispers.
a lot, but I get white feathers and lots of pennies. I even have, I can show you some other time. I have all my white feathers I've gotten directly, I think from them. I put in an ornament, a clear ornament.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's
nice. Cool. That's a great idea. Yeah.
I don't mess with my spirit guides too much. Like I didn't know, Allie was talking the other day about them being not real bright and not smart and doing stupid things. Oh,
really?
I didn't know they did not nice things. Well, there's spirit guides up there. How can they not guide you correctly?
It's not not that they do nasty things deliberately. It's more that they are dealing with a very different type of energy. And this is because the dark side is coming down, the dark side. So they're frantic now. They're finding very clever ways to try and manipulate. And so they might not have it's like needing a mathematician when you've been used to dealing with English. You need that. They need to go and learn the added protection, the added extra.
You think if they were able to be your guide, they should already know all that?
No, they don't know everything. No.
Well, I've never even heard of that until I just read a book, and one of the chapters was on spirit guides and how they have lower level energy, a bunch of them. And I never knew that.
Lower level energy, did you say?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I haven't heard that.
I wouldn't say they have lower level energy unless that's an entity. That's a different thing.
Right?
Entity.
Yeah, something pretending to be. I could see that happening.
But anyway, so I guess I know they're there, but I don't really. I think I'm always talking to my angels, and I know people see me talking in the store, and they probably thought I was crazy but now everybody has these ear things, so everybody's talking to themselves. So, but
you can get away with it more.
I know I sometimes have something like really chewing me out or yelling at my ear, and it's probably not the angels because I don't think they would do that. That's probably my spirit guides, I would guess. And I don't hear it audibly. I don't hear it like with my ears. It's
sometimes
just like
that could be like a mediumship. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
I would say it's mediumship, not your spirit guides. Your spirit guides wouldn't. They'd be respectful to you. They'd be, yeah.
Oh.
Like
if they don't want me to do something, it's like, no! Don't do that.
What do you say, Vera?
I've had multiple things that looked like it was my spirit guide, but it was literally mediumship.
Yeah, you can sometimes you might walk past somebody in the supermarket, your auras cross, and their loved one is shrieking at them maybe, and you're hearing them.
I'm not sure if this is off topic, but I was driving a truck. I had someone on the next with me. He was on the phone with someone. I could not hear because of the engine what the person on the other side was saying, but I answered the questions. So it was either my guides telling me what to say, which I do feel was what's happening, but I gave that person the answers she was looking for. And the guy that was sitting with his phone on the other side, so I had music on, I could not hear what the person was saying. And still I answered the questions.
So it was a channeled message.
Probably. And it was just what she needed to hear. Her father had passed away. And my ear was ringing. Tell her.
Maybe it was her father that was coming through to you.
I know. And that was even before I did psychic development. I had no idea what it was. And when we got home, he thought I could hear the person on the phone. I said I couldn't. No way. It was not a loudspeaker. We had the music on, which was pretty loud, so we had to raise our voices to talk with each other at nighttime. And it was around midnight that it happened.
Yeah. Oh. Dolores said it keeps kicking me off. We don't deliberately kick anybody off.
No, we don't. And she said she had the issue with Zoom last week and and StreamYard this week. That's bizarre because no one's kicking anyone off.
Is she using a phone or because StreamYard is difficult with some browsers?
Yeah, maybe try a different browser. That's an idea. If you're on Internet Explorer, try Firefox or something else to see if that works, because we don't kick anyone off unless they're spamming or being total a-holes.
My computer has Microsoft Edge. It said StreamYard would probably work better if it was wired plugged in than on Wi-Fi, but I'm just on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And I had really had the
Microsoft
app
Edge at the
downloaded on my
moment.
phone. So
Yeah. She says she was on Zoom on the phone. What about with StreamYard? We're on StreamYard tonight, Dolores. So, and you're saying you still got kicked off on StreamYard on your phone? Is that what you're saying? Because we've had, I don't know if anyone else has had an issue like this. Hi to Sally. Thank you for joining us. I gave a message to a woman. Her mother came through. Oh, this is very similar to what you were talking about. Happens to me when I meet people out. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just no, just Zoom.
We are an antenna, and it's about fine-tuning that antenna, you know, to get what signal you want. And you know, sometimes if you're getting kind of like darker energies, then you just need to change your signal over. You know, but how I can tell whether or not there is a dark entity or a dark you know, or an angry you know, mediumship connection, is just go with your heart. What is your heart? You know, there are some earthbound spirits that are in the middle, and they might have passed over but not gone to the light for whatever reason, so they're kind of drifting about in the middle. Think how scary that is for spirit. And then you've got the light, you're coming along, and they're going, oh, there's a light person there, there's a light person there. So they see your energy and they go, oh my God, maybe they can help me, maybe they can. And of course they're coming close to your aura and going frantic, why can't you hear me? Help me, please. You see, and then it comes across as that, so it may not even be a negative one. So I always just, whatever happens, I just bring the light down and circle it around like a vortex, and then invite them in. And if they feel reluctance, then say, just in your mind, just say, there is nothing but love waiting for you. It's just love.
And Ellie, thank you for telling me about fine tuning. I just did. Thank you.
Good.
Shannon's asking, has anyone else on? Shannon's asking, has anyone else on here seen an angel? I thought I did. A human angel, not like an angel with wings. But I was heading to the beach, and this guy was walking toward me, and I go, "Good morning," and all he does is go. Ugh. I thought that was odd, and I turn around, and he's gone. But I thought that was just. I'm getting goosebumps. Look at the hair on my arms standing right up. But yeah, he was gone, and I thought that was a human angel, and that's the best he could do, because you know it's hard to move anything, you know, like the picture off the wall, like what Ellie's dad did when we were all together. But for them to speak, that might have been the only thing he was able to get out was.
And he could be in his learning phase, that it was costing already a lot of energy to show himself.
Yeah, that's true, Vera.
My son sees spirits. He's seen angels, and it's more like a aura type thing. And he's had the bright lights appear in front of him. He's also had like little evil looking things. I don't know if they have red or green eyes, but he said it was really his ego, and he just tells them to go away, and they go. Okay.
All right. Well, sometimes, you know, one time I was doing a third eye mirror meditation, and this, you know, what happens when you're doing that, you have a candle in front of you, the lights are off, you're just staring into the mirror into your third eye, and you'll see your face turn into male, female, old, young. And one time I did it, and there was this ogre with sharp teeth, red eyes staring back at me. I said, "You're not welcome here. Please leave." But what I should have done was say, "How can I help you?" Because maybe everybody in his world looks like that, and we're the scary ones. And he had the courage to come in front of me and maybe looking for help or something. I judged him, and that's the bottom line. That wasn't right.
Well, that was a learning curve for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Seth, who's
Has anyone else seen an angel like what Shannon asked?
No, not really.
I think
I've
I
seen
did.
sparkly lights, like angel lights.
Me
Okay.
too.
I've read about that's
Yeah.
but that's it.
Orbs and things. Yeah. Do you want to see my spirit guide? Somebody drew them for me. Just 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one too that somebody drew for me. Sure. What do you do with spirit guides? How do you work with them? Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah.
So he doesn't
Right.
have a name. He's my doorkeeper, and he doesn't get friendly with anybody, not including me either. Because the way he says it is, I might have to kick you out. All right, or cut your head off. It doesn't matter. I am here to protect Ali, and that's it. You know,
Oh,
don't talk to me. So that's
Wow.
him. Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to like him, but he's doing his job.
mhm. I
And
know
then,
they're there, but I don't know anything about them.
Egyptian dude.
And this guy is called Ramnon, and yeah, he used to be my main spirit guide. He's still about, but not as much. My dad's kind of taken over a bit with that, but he doesn't wear many clothes. This one, and he is about, believe it or not, about 7 foot, 7, 8 foot.
Oh wow.
He's huge. Yeah.
So is he
Ramnon.
flashing himself
This
to you?
is somebody else. No. This is these were drawn by a friend of mine called Katie. She I don't see her much anymore. Katie Limmer, but you can look her up. She does celebrity makeup. So she always did before. But yeah, she's got some stories to tell about the celebrities, which ones are nice and which ones are not. She knows them all. Now this guy here, okay, this guy, it is Hakim. Hakim was painting under the control by Lucy Gill in 1946. So obviously not mine, because I was born in 71. So this guy, it was an older guy, and he used to pop into the shop for a cup of tea and stuff. And he said, I'm no longer into this. He was a physical medium. Physical medium is where you have kind of a darkened room. You have objects that are fluorescent, and you can have a trumpet that is, fluorescent. And you all sit with you hold hands around the circle, and you can't break the circle. You have to, and all the objects are in the middle. There are little drums and toys and stuff. The drumsticks.
What do you mean you can't break the circle? What do you mean by that?
I'll tell you in a minute. So you got the little drumsticks as well. They're all got fluorescent paint on them, and so all of these things are in the middle on the floor. And then you've got your hands held around. It's pitch black. So the energy flows around the circle, okay, and creates energy. There's a physical medium in there, and this physical medium can then work with people, and all of these objects start to lift, and they literally are flying sometimes around. The drums are playing, and then I've been to one of these, and the trumpet comes right up close to your face like that and just stops.
Wow.
And then you hear a sound, you hear a voice, and then it goes again and it flies around to someone else's face. It's too fast in the dark for someone to be bloody moving it, I'm telling you. You'd have frigging accidents, I'm telling you would. But there was, hand on heart, I experienced it, and it was the truth.
So why can't you break the circle? It kills the energy.
Well, think about it. If you break, it kills the energy, and also you then could be the person who's moving the objects around. So because you've got the circle, the objects are in the middle. You also, if you've got your chairs close together, nobody can squeeze past you to get into the middle to move the objects.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I want to do that.
Really, really.
How many people do you need at a minimum?
I think there was 15
Wow, that's
there
a lot
when
of
I
people.
went.
Can you do it with fewer people?
I don't know. It's not. I didn't run it, so wasn't me.
That's cool. It's something
Elaine,
I would want to do with you sometime.
yeah. Elaine Thorpe, her father was a physical medium, and we tried it. She had the original trumpet that he used in his circles, and we did try it. We had about, I think, 7, and we had to blacken out, because even when you've got no lights on, there are still like spaces where street light can come in and things like that. So we literally had to blacken out everything and prepare it all beforehand. We didn't get it moving, but we did get some tapping and things on the table. We did get that. So there was that, and also loads of people came in. There was a little chimney sweep little boy who came through, who died kind of by basically the soot just enveloped him when he was up in the chimneys, cleaning the chimneys out. He died.
How
like
cool
that.
would it be though if you brought in somebody that died that used to play the trumpet and he's playing like all these tunes for you? That'd be kind of cool.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
Like
it
Duke
wasn't that
Ellington
type
or
of
something.
trumpet. It wasn't that type of trumpet. It was like a piece of metal that was just crafted. So yeah, you couldn't blow through it or anything. It was just like a doo-doo-doo.
How
like
loud
a
was it
trumpet.
when it got in your face? How loud was it? Was it deafening
Not
or?
that loud. Not that loud. No.
Yeah.
But you could hear.
Wow. Everybody could hear it then, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, my mum was there. My mum was there.
That sounds cool. I want to do that.
And we had the table when I was in my first ever circle. There was this big heavy table, and the person that was my teacher was called George Ashman. He's now in spirit. Hello, George. There was this big heavy table, and we put our hands on the table, and you push energy in. I'm telling you, on your fingertips, the wood on the table feels squishy. I know that sounds crazy, but you're changing the energy of the table.
Cool.
And this table moved up and down on 2 legs, up and down, and it was spelling out the name. It was spelling out a name of a person. I can't even remember who it was spelling the name to, but it spelled out the name of somebody. This table was too heavy, and I've just put, you know, that I said about the Plough pub, and I said about the table walking across the floor,
and that disbeliever that was there originally. Yeah, there was a guy that disbelieved.
The publican, the publican who was across the other side, he was just a what load of bollocks. And him and his mates were drinking across the other side and laughing and stuff. And he came round to see what was going on, because we was all going, oh my God, you know. He was going, what's going on? What's going on? So put your hands on that table. Put your hands on that table. And the table was just shifting and moving. He couldn't describe it. He didn't know. And then in the end, we asked people to put their palms up like that, so that nobody could accuse us of moving that table.
Right.
But it definitely walked across the floor. Wow. You know, unfortunately, when you've got a camera and you're trying to film it, you've got other people's bottoms. Do you know what I mean? And it was very difficult to film it. But yeah.
Now, how is that any different? How is that any different from like a Ouija board and moving?
Good job you said. So a Ouija board, if you give it letters around the you can get it to spell out things. Now, negative spirit love that opportunity to freak you out, and it starts off with giving you stuff that is absolutely the truth. They know these things.
Yeah.
Okay? It's in your head. They know these things. And then they'll say, oh, by the way, your sister's going to die next week. Or by the way, you're going to get this and die.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what
because
these
it's told
words,
you
yeah.
truth, then they'll tell you that. And they feed off your fear, anxiety, and energy. And you might say, oh, I'm strong enough, I can cope, it's okay. Yeah, you might. But what about the weakest person around that table, who then gets depression, suicidal thoughts after that, because it's got this damn attachment that you have just kind of released down from the portal. You create this portal, and wherever you did that Ouija board will also have a damning effect in that house or place that you were. So yeah, when you've got letters going around, you're giving it too much power.
Something similar to that happened to a friend of mine, where she was contacting what she called Mother Mary, and this woman gave her this amazing information, and everything was accurate and spot on until she finally said, kill yourself.
That's right. That's what they do.
Wow.
Yes.
Crazy, huh?
That's what they do. Yeah.
I had a fairy story.
So, yeah.
We were in class.
It gets, sorry.
Go ahead. You're fine.
No, you started first.
Oh, I was in this class, and she was one of our teachers in my pranic healing class, was trying to teach us how to see fairies and stuff. And I never really did see them, but you can see all the little shooting things. I don't know what you call those things that you can see just moving around in the air. But anyway, my
orb. You talking about orbs?
Orb. It was just like little points of light shooting all over the place. But anyway, Nathan, I think she tried to teach him how to just, relax your eyes and so on and so forth. He was he was in his job like the next day, and he works with a bunch of veterans who are always really growly and kind of mean and always spewing negativity, out at you, because he's a counselor. And he actually saw the little fairies with their little arrows shoot their yucky thought forms before they got to him. He said that was just amazing. They would, the arrows would puncture their thought forms before they got to him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
Uh-huh.
Do they ever take things in your house and you'll never see them again? I have 2 or 3 things disappeared over the last years, and it's just like, where did it go? I have a deck of cards I cannot find. I mean, and I've cleaned my rooms thoroughly, and they are gone. And I don't take my cards anywhere ever because of where I live. It's just stuff, occasionally I have something missing. It's just like, I always blame it on the fairies anyway.
What were you going to say, Vera?
Yeah. Well, about those Ouija boards, it gets fantasized that it's the most interesting things. So a lot of kids try them.
Yeah.
I did when I was little, but does so-and-so like me? I was probably 10 years old.
People did.
Yeah. My sister did.
We didn't have any scary experiences
back then, but I stayed away from it.
As an adult,
but they never. It was not a real Ouija board, but they made one on paper. They've never touched it.
Yeah.
After that, and I got no idea what happened.
Right.
But it was not.
Yeah.
Not quiet.
They are selling Ouija boards in children's shops. There's a Barbie Ouija board now. They're calling them angel boards, and they're in toy shops.
Wow.
That's kind of
scary. That satanic program that's going on.
Yep.
Yeah. They've even got a Barbie doll with a miniature little Ouija board. Sold together.
Wow.
Quick shout out to some new people that popped in here. That's a new name. I haven't seen you here before, but Hi and welcome to our little
Hello.
Wednesday chat, Kathy Gale. And there's our lovely Lisa.
So people are here, even though
And Jeremiah.
And Jeremiah, yeah.
Why don't we see them?
Because
They're not in here. They're just on the chat.
Oh, you guys can't see or can you? Can you guys see the?
I
Chat?
can even answer in the chat.
I don't
Right.
see anything
We have
in the
the
chat
aggregated.
except for I'm here.
We have aggregated comments at the top on the
Oh, I got it. Comments. Okay.
Yeah.
So they
And I
don't have
have
to see me.
connected to my YouTube, so I can comment
Mm-hmm.
the actual
For
live
Ouija
comment
boards,
in the chat.
Can you just not ask loving entities to only come through? I don't really know that much about them. I just know I don't mess with them.
You can. Yes, you definitely can. This is
You'd
what I
have to
say.
ask
Your
for protection
doorkeeper.
beforehand.
Yeah, with your doorkeeper knows you. They know what sort of person you are, and if you can believe in your mind how powerful you are, keep that in your mind, then these energies, they're not going to keep trying. Do you know what I mean? But every now and again they just try. And me and Greg have had it. They don't like to inflame energy or pure love energies. They don't like that. It goes against what energies they want out there.
Because that's probably one of the most powerful. And obviously the energy of love is so powerful, but when you get those twin flame energies together and you're magnifying that, the cabal and the dark side doesn't like when that shit happens. That's one thing you got to look out for when you find your twin flame. You will get attacked, unfortunately. Keep your guard up and don't let it bother you. Don't let it get you down.
Yeah. And but just you go.
It's crazy at the moment. But at the moment, at a daily basis, I'm saying package refused, and it's negative package refused, return to sender, bye. And if I'm really fed up with it, I start to multiply it. Not to harm them.
That's it, yeah.
Just because every time they send that negative out and you send it back, it takes them time to amp up that energy, because love and light is an endless stream. And negative energy,
they can't handle it.
They have to
it's no good
themselves up.
True.
Yeah.
It's no good going in and doing a clearance on a home and going in there angry and going in there, get out and all of this. That is not going to work. That's going to give them more power, because they're going to feed off your energy.
Anger. Yeah.
So you go in there with love and light. You go in there with, listening and just saying, so what is it making you upset? Do you want to tell somebody something? Is there something? And I did that in one of the clearances I did in the house. And this person had got wrongly accused of child abuse, and actually committed suicide themselves in the end. And that had haunted them, and they were still being accused even to this day. So you can see that some of them, there's undone business, and I'd be pissed off. Do you know what I mean? If I was accused of something, especially something as heinous as that. And so all I did was I just allowed him to have his say. And then it's like, karma will sort this out for you. No longer torture yourself. It's time to go to the light and meet your loved ones. And I asked the loved ones to come to the top of the tunnel so they could see the loved ones. It's like, oh, they're there. And then they go to the light.
Cool.
So
I had that. And Ellie, what state my place was in about 3 years ago. And I started to clean it up. But I had a spirit who passed away in this place. thanks to all the humidity, the mold. And I literally had to tell that person, you don't want that to happen to anyone. You got to give me the power to clean this place up. And only then I was able to do the bedroom. So, and I don't feel he's still ready to go to the light because there's too much. I don't think your family knows that because he's been laying here for,
Right.
I heard weeks before they found him.
There's a lot of attachments still going on, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, slowly, he knows I explained everything. And I hear the words, almost ready.
Yeah. Almost to somebody in that position might be 100 years. Right?
Yeah. But and I'm getting chills. This is the first time I'm hearing almost ready.
The thing
Allie,
is, they
there's a question
can.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you know, they can go and then just come back and visit. Just because they go over to the light doesn't mean to say they're never going to see you again.
Nope.
You have a question, Allie, and I see a new face here. Hi to Daniel. But
Hi, Daniel.
Sarah's asking, do you ever do a course on home clearing?
Yes, this is I haven't got a printed one, but this is the schedule of the 10-week course, and it is on week 8, I believe. There you go, week 8.
Cool.
Soul rescue cleansing. Yeah. So.
All right. And there you have it.
You said
Allie's such an amazing teacher. You know, if you haven't taken a class with her, you'll love it.
Everybody, a lot of my printed.
You said something about a doorkeeper or something.
Oh, thank you.
Allie did. A door. What'd you call it? A door.
Doorkeeper. Yeah.
What is a doorkeeper?
Doorkeeper.
What is
like a bouncer?
That
at the
class, by
cafe,
the way,
my own personal doorkeeper
is.
Like I usually carry Archangel Michael wherever I go for protection, but so we have actually something separate from that.
Yeah. Good. And you can imagine it as if it's a bouncer at a cafe.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
that class on clearances and soul rescue, by the way, is week 8, and it's 8th of April. Okay, Monday, 8th of April. It's £5 a class. So, yeah, the doorkeeper is you know, is like a spirit guide, very much like a spirit guide. It's just they've got the kind of the energy of you can come in and you can't. And it all depends on the right energies.
Or do you take him with you?
You know, you can actually. He's with you all the time. He or she is with you all the time. All the time.
And I was trying to say before, it's worth reiterating. When Allie teaches the class, it costs like nothing. She charges £5, which might be $6.50, $7 in American.
Yeah.
And you get so much out of it. And she's such a great teacher. So, you know, take her up on this offer because she's severely undercharging, I think. She's worth much more than that, but she's doing such a service to everyone. Take her up on it.
True.
Thank you.
It can help you with
a
lot of questions, Chris. It can help you.
Chris, come. She's coming. She's coming, and she's taught us things as well. She's got loads of knowledge, Chris. Yeah.
Here's a new name.
Love it.
Highest Light Consciousness. Hello. Thank you for joining us. She's agreeing with what you said. A a lot just want to be cleared and released to the light. There's an ascension scale, and a lot of that's detachments and darkness. Just need to be woken up, have eyes to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
And Elsie says,
Yeah.
I would love to do a class with you, Ellie.
Hi, Elsie. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
You won't regret it.
If you
and
want
you'll end up doing more.
If you want,
Go ahead.
want the details, this is a 10-week course. It's just started up. And after the 10 weeks, there'll be another 10 weeks and another 10 weeks. So it just continues on a Monday. It is, if you want the Zoom code and you want all the information on the classes, you can go to the website, psychicalley.net, message me. It's psychicalley.net. Thank you, everybody. I love teaching. It comes from love in my heart. I just enjoy it so much.
And you're so good at it.
Hi.
Yeah.
You got this stubborn, hiding lady out in the open.
Yay.
Nobody was able to do that except you.
Oh. Greg started it off.
We're a team. We are.
I want to teach with Greg. I want to do a workshop teaching with Greg. I want a whole day with Greg, me and him teaching, and he keeps going, yeah, okay, maybe, yeah, maybe.
We'll look into it.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Get right on
This
that.
triple Libra's been saying this for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everything I could teach is everything I could teach is already on N5D. I give it away for free. I don't even. Yeah.
So there's nothing like actually physically being in a class, being taught it. Nothing like everybody being able to then ask you questions.
Yep.
And and explain what it's like for them. That's this. Well, yeah.
Maybe what I will tell you might push you over to the I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I have trouble reading long text, but it's because sometimes it just doesn't get in. I read it and then it starts to, and then I hear people talk about it.
Or if you have questions, yeah.
I don't even ask, but just hearing it, because I see a lot of things in pictures. And if it's talked about life in a lively way, I see the images. Then I start to read. And I've had teachers tell them, well, what you're talking about right now was not in the papers. Because then all of a sudden it starts to click in the right sequence.
Right. Okay.
No, it's lovely. We're loving all the comments here, guys. It's lovely.
Yeah.
So the rest of this was the first part of highest light consciousness, who have eyes to see and ears to hear and a heart to receive it, as they most often can't. And with authentic light help on board, send them to the light. I love that. There was such beautifully written. I love that.
Yeah, well stated. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, and to those who are watching, please subscribe to the Syntasia channel. I just came out with a new video recently that I think you guys will dig. It's called I Remember That, the 1960s and 1970s, Volume 1. I'll put a link to that in the chat. See, all right, I see got some late arrivals here. It's a new name, Yolamar.
We've got a Bible basher.
Oh boy, yeah. Goodbye. yeah. All right. Adios. And Linda is here joining us. Hi, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Just got home.
Hey, Linda.
Okay. So yeah, we're excited for Linda and her Ace of Cups and new relationship that's coming up soon.
Yes, we
Lucky
picked that
her.
up. We did.
Yeah.
We picked it up. We picked it up. I feel, to do with religious teachings and the fact that they don't want you to go past a certain level, I feel it's a deliberate thing. It's a way to stop, because we're meant to be growing spiritually. We're not meant to stay stuck, okay, in that box of you can do this, you can't do that, and we're not. That's not. It's not a natural human thing. We shouldn't have fear for the word God. When they say God fearing, that there's nothing about love in that statement.
Yep.
And so as our hearts get higher and higher, the Spirit will want to communicate with you. We're not making them communicate with us. They want to be growing spiritually. We're not meant to stay stuck to communicate with you. We're not making them communicate. Well, maybe they needed to hear that twice, love.
No, I just
look.
I noticed that on my personal page, some of the comments aren't showing up here in the aggregator. So if we missed any of you, sorry about that. It's not. We don't try to ignore anyone.
Yeah, I've heard the comment thing.
Yeah,
is
we're very sorry. I didn't see anybody. Although we haven't been able to answer every message on there because we've been talking. So
true.
I've noticed we haven't been able to answer everyone.
All right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see some that we have. Yeah. But yeah, that's anyway, just want to thank you guys all for joining us here once again on a Wednesday evening. I apologize for showing up a little late. It's my fault.
Are you usually here? I didn't know you were usually here.
7 o'clock every Wednesday. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yep. And thank you.
I'm glad you were late, Greg.
So is Allie.
Because I just got back and then I saw, I'm going on.
It worked out.
He didn't agree.
I just happened to see it on my phone and Messenger.
Well, I'm glad you're getting the notification, and Allie was running late.
I put it in the classes chat. I put it.
Okay, that was it then. That's right. That's where I saw
our classes chat has got all our wonderful spirit chat people in it. So
and I didn't see that.
I put it in it.
I didn't see that.
Oh, right.
Because I'm not in there.
I do want to thank everybody that has joined us, whether you're watching on the live version or if you're watching this on the recorded version. Try to join us if you're watching this from afar. Don't be shy. We don't bite, and you'll be able to get your voice heard. Everyone's got great stories to tell. We want to hear yours too.
Yeah.
So on that note, I'm going to wrap everything up. Thank you once again for joining us here, and please like, share, and subscribe. Take care, everyone. Much love to all.